Oh my gosh, has it been that long? I am so sorry. I can't believe it's been 10 months since I've done a Grow Your Dough update. I mean, I guess I could blame it on COVID, coronavirus, being quarantined, all that fun stuff, but I feel really, really bad. So we're gonna find out how are my investments portfolios holding up through all this craziness. We're gonna find out that and more right now. Welcome to the Grow Your Dough Challenge. For those that are new to the channel, hey, what's going on? My name is Jeff Rose. Welcome to Wealth Hacker Lab. So the whole idea, the whole concept behind the Grow Your Dough Challenge was I wanted to show people that had never invested how easy it is. That anyone with an internet connection that has a laptop, an iPad, or a smartphone can start investing because it truly is that easy. So I went out and I opened investment accounts with all these different brokerages and investment platforms and invested $1,000 into each one. Each investment account or platform had a different strategy, so I also wanted to show how it would grow, what it would look like in real time and real dollars. Some of these platforms included M1 Finance, Robinhood, Fundrise, Lending Club, TDAmeritrade, Betterment, and a few others. Are you ready to find out how these accounts have performed and how much money I've made or lost? Well, to find out, we have to jump over to my computer and find out. Okay, to make this super simple, I set up an account with Personal Capital. Actually, I have two Personal Capital accounts, but this is the one I set up strictly for this Grow Your Dough challenge so that I could track everything here, and this is what it looks like. And if you don't have a Personal Capital account, it's free to set up. I'll have a link in the description. You can sign up. I actually have a link to all of these different investment platforms that you can sign up if you are interested. So here's my Personal Capital account. You can see where I have connected all the different investment platforms that I have. Ever so often, you do have to log in to make sure that your credentials are still working, still current, but I love Personal Capital. It really is one of the best platforms. It just gives you a snapshot of everything that you own all in one place. This is stuff as a former financial advisor, like I would drool over something like this. I used to have to pay to offer this to my clients so that they could have this, but with Personal Capital, it's free. Okay, the first investment account we set up with ETrade, and I guess I should also say, if this isn't obvious, this is typically not how you would invest. I have 7 or 8 different investment accounts, and this is not including my own personal investments. I guess these are my personal investments as well. Okay, so the first account I have here is with ETrade. And in case I'm not stating the obvious here, this is typically how you wouldn't invest, meaning that I have 7 or 8 different investment accounts that I opened just for this challenge, and this is not including all of my other personal accounts. So trying to keep track of all this, I mean, it is part of the reason why I haven't done an update in a while. I kind of forgot what the different strategies were, but with ETrade, I deposited $1,000, and I'm looking at my holdings. I've got Philip Morris, I've got this Oxycontin, that would definitely make everybody feel good. Occidental Petroleum Corporation, this Oxy stock, I believe I got this from a newsletter pick. It's one of those, they give you all these different recommendations, and that was one that this person was very bullish on back in the day. As you can see, we really haven't done very good on this portfolio. Put $1,000 in. Right now, total value is $657, which, you know, being the fact that the market's been really good since I started this, yeah, like that's not great at all. And once again, this is why you don't do this. Okay, moving on to the next platform, we had TDAmeritrade. This one here, actually, if you checked out my previous video where I talked about how I paid somebody on Fiverr to show me how to day trade, this was the account that I did that in. It got to the point with that whole challenge, like that was another thing I added to the plate. Like, why do I do this to myself? Why, Jeff? Why? But the reality was that was fun for a minute, but to actually log into this Slack channel and keep track of all the different updates, I just don't have the time to keep track on everything. But what do I own in my current TDAmeritrade account? So right now I have Berkshire Hathaway, BRK.B. Hey, can we give a holla for Mr. Warren Buffett? I've got 1 share of that. I've got GE at 40 shares there, and then 12 shares of AT&T. Right now, total current value is $845. So my initial $1,000 investment there is down about 155 bucks. And I guess it's the Berkshire Hathaway that is dragging it down a little bit. Obviously, once again, not great, but the one thing that you'll see here that you're getting ready to see in the other accounts is what's really happened with the market. Yeah, the market's been great, but what has really done well is not so much the blue chips, it's been the tech stocks. But before we get to those tech stocks, this is the other platform that I did on. This is Betterment. This platform where if you don't want to pick stocks, if you don't want to pick ETFs, if you just want to open an account and let them do the rest, like this is what Betterment does. They have all these different tools that will help you to retire, help you to choose financial goals, and then build a portfolio over this. I mean, Betterment was, for me, being a former financial advisor, like this was the first robo-advisor that I really had some good feelings about. I really liked what they were doing. They made it super simple. The cost was just, I mean, it was nothing in comparison to what you would see other fee platforms charge. So how has my Betterment account done? Right now, the current balance is $1,162.41. So this is up about 11%. And you can kind of see here is the actual portfolio. It's a 90% stock, 10% bond portfolio. The rate of return over that time annualized is 16.2%. Once again, not too shabby. I've not added any more money to this. This was the initial $1,000 investment that I put in. As far as what my holdings are, you can take a look at the actual portfolio. Here's the portfolio analysis, a little bit more simplistic there. You actually look at the holdings. Here is what I own. The largest weight in Betterment, at least with this portfolio, is 35% in the US stock market. And here we are buying a Vanguard ETF, VTI. That represents 35%. The other biggest holding looks like is this International Developed Market Stock Index. And there we've got it split between two different ETFs, Vanguard FTSE Developed Market, symbol VEA, and also the IEFA, the iShares Core MSCI ETF. It will show you, it will break it down exactly what ETFs you own, and it does it for you. So you don't have to go in and pick these. You don't have to manage these. You don't have to, oftentimes if one goes up, one goes down, they'll do a rebalance if you want. I mean, that's one of the main attractions of Betterment. Very similar to Betterment is M1 Finance. M1 Finance is a free platform. You can open an account. There are no transaction costs. Now, the difference though is that with M1 Finance, they have what they would call pies, and you can kind of see a sample pie here. I could share this pie if you want. If you want to get in my pie, trust me, I don't think you want my pie. Plus, I don't even like pie, but if I did, I don't know if I would share it with you because I appreciate that you're here, but we don't know each other yet. We're not friends. We got to have dinner first. So with M1 Finance, you can build your own pies, or you can invest into a pie that's already been created. Now, for me, the strategy that I did here in my M1 Finance account was doing the FANG stocks. So these are Facebook, Alphabet, Amazon, Netflix, and Apple. So basically here we have the tech stocks. And as you can see, we compare this as opposed to the other portfolios where ETrade, TDAmeritrade not doing very well. M1 Finance, I put $1,000 in. Once again, have not added anything to it. Right now, the current value is $2,206, a total gain of $1,020. So basically, I doubled my money in about a year. That doesn't always happen in the stock market. I know many people have experienced that here in the last couple years right now. It's because, these tech stocks have been a lot of fun. At this time, I actually have two M1 Finance accounts. Like this is the one I did for the Grow Your Dough Challenge. I put $1,000 in. In the other one, I started with $100,000. That was meant to be more of a growth portfolio. And if you want to check out what that one is doing, you better subscribe if you haven't done it. Also, be sure to hit that notification bell because I've got a video updating on that account and how it's done. And trust me, it's one of those where I had to I just had to do it to double take whenever I opened my app and saw what was going on there. Oh, wait, what? What's going on? Anyway, sorry. Don't mean to give you any suspense or be very vague, but that's why you should subscribe and watch the next video. So this is M1 Finance. Check out the next video where I share how the bigger account is doing. The next one is Lending Club. Now, unfortunately, Lending Club is not going away, but they are doing away with their peer-to-peer lending platform. On this one here, it's very upsetting because peer-to-peer Lending Club, it was one of the first online investment alternative platforms that I started whenever I initially launched my blog, goodfinancialsense.com. Also said at the time, whenever Lending Club first came out, the investment returns were a lot more attractive. People were getting anywhere from 12, 15% return, even higher. And you can see with my account here, that sucks. That is not good at all. Put 1,000, I guess it's better than the ones I've lost money. I should be grateful. I made 30 and 74 cents. So right now, that's it. At the time of this recording, it is November. The platform, the notes platform as they call it, is going away. I have no idea what they're shifting to, some sort of neobank where they're gonna have an online high yield savings account, because that's new, because nobody else has that lending club. Whew, way to be a disruptor in the industry. So another platform that many people have been very excited about, I was also excited about, because I could invest into real estate and didn't have to actually manage a property. So this is Fundrise, is a real estate investment trust, allows you to basically put money in. The returns, you know, it's good. I mean, it's not like, it didn't like double my money or anything, but put $1,000 in, up 10%, about $105. You can see the appreciation, you can see the dividends, you can also see the fees that we're taking out. Now, the one thing I keep telling myself this, and I guess time will tell to see if this holds true, but the thought is that when you are buying real estate, you know, unless you are just buying a piece of property to collect the rent payment, you're buying it because of the appreciation, because you're going to sell it later on and make money. Right now, I've made $17 in appreciation. I've only been in the platform on this account since January 2019. So, you know, we've been in almost 2 years. Maybe there hasn't been any appreciation that we've sold off on. Like, I'm just crossing my fingers. Fundrise, please tell me. But anyway, that's how it's doing. I do like how they update you. Like, you can see all these different, oh my gosh, what? I swear I've seen this before. So I live in the Nashville area. I think I've drove by this. This is funny. Look, and I own this. How funny is that? I own a piece of property, kinda, that is actually really close to me. So I could actually go drive and see this. I mean, this is really cool. Like, this is why I love, one of the reasons why I love Fundrise. Anyway, Fundrise up $105, not up $1,105, only up $105. This, I do have another Fundrise account, which I'll also update at another time. Once again, that's why you guys subscribe. All right, the next investment platform is Ally. And I don't remember what I was supposed to do here. You know, here I'm doing some FANG stocks, some dividend stocks, some blue chips. And here, I didn't do anything. Deposited $1,000 back in 2019, and it's still sitting in cash to this day. And the funny thing is, like, I'm pretty sure in my last update, I made fun of myself for not investing it yet, and I still haven't. If you have any ideas how I should invest this, if there's a strategy or a stock or something that you would like to see me do in my Ally Invest account, leave a comment below. I will love to hear what you think, and so I can finally get this money to work. I'm not even making any interest on this. Like, this is embarrassing. All right, the next investment account platform, and I'm gonna do a more in-depth video of this one, but this is with Stockpile. And with Stockpile, with this one, I actually did a challenge with my 2 older boys. I gave them each $1,000, but the catch was they had to invest it. So they had to pick some stocks. We had a conversation about how to pick stock, how that works. You can see, this is, I almost feel how this was going. My middle son, he's now 10. He was kicking his older brother's butt back in the day. Right now, he's up. He put $1,000 in. He's up $380. Obviously, a bull market has helped, but then my oldest son, he has more than tripled his money. And there is one reason and one reason only. It's one word, 2 syllables, and that is Tesla. Tesla is by far, obviously he's done well with the other stocks as well, Facebook, Apple, etc. But I mean, Tesla, that has carried him to a victory. But we're actually gonna do a more in-depth video where we're gonna take a look at their stocks together, and then they wanna tell me what they wanna do for the next stage, and also try to incorporate my youngest son. He is now 9. I don't know if he's ready. We're gonna find out, but that will be the next thing. Okay, we're down to the home stretch. I've got 2 more different platforms I wanna share. The next one is Coinbase. Now, Coinbase, so this is basically when I finally bit the bullet and bought Bitcoin, even though for the longest time I always said, Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Anyway, finally, I went in, put $1,000 in, and I bought Bitcoin. Didn't buy a full coin, but I bought Bitcoin, put $1,000 in when Bitcoin was trading at 93.86. For a little while there, didn't do very good, but then Bitcoin started to trend upwards, and then now, time of this recording, Bitcoin is trading, as you can see, over $14,000. When I started seeing that, Bitcoin then dropped in price, so I bought more, and I bought another chunk, about 7,600. So it dropped a little bit, may have dropped more, but I put more money in. I think it was 10,000. And it was almost like I did this on accident. Totally didn't mean to, but I bought 10,000 of Bitcoin, and then transferred another 10,000 in and bought more. As you can see, I don't own all Bitcoin. I did buy a little bit of Ethereum, some Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin. By far, the largest holding that I have is Bitcoin. Oh, I think it actually shows me. Yeah, okay, so I can see. So 10, there's there. So the most recent, put $10,000 in when Bitcoin was trading at $7,662. So that has almost doubled since then. Now, if you're probably wondering, why do you see this big dip here? And that's because I have which this video at the time of this recording hasn't gone live, but I opened up an account with BlockFi, which is a cryptocurrency savings account. You can also buy and sell cryptocurrency on there as well. Well, stay tuned because I've got a fun video about this, but that's why I bought some stablecoin here, transferred it out to BlockFi, and you'll learn more about that in an upcoming video. So the last thing that we're gonna talk about right now is shoes. And you probably noticed like there's this stack of shoes over here. So these are some Easy 350s that I've bought over the last year or two. I don't have any bots. If you don't know what that means, that's okay. But basically, anytime I see a Yeezy drop, I always put in for the raffle. If I get it, I end up selling it. I've only kept, I think, one or two, and the ones I'm actually selling, the zebras over there, only wore those a handful of times. So here right now, this is for 2019, and I try to track everything down. I'm so bad at tracking things. Most of these were purchased on Nike sneakers app or the Adidas, and then selling on this site, which is called StockX. And StockX is kind of like what's it kind of like? I don't even know. But it's basically like an online platform that allows you to sell things, primarily shoes. They do streetwear, collectibles like baseball cards, handbags, watches, but initially sneakers was their main thing. And it really was like some of the easiest way to make money, where if you saw a sneaker drop, for example, I bought these Jordan 11 golf shoes, bought them for $240, sold them for $305 minus the fee, made $28. And that was basically using my phone, buying it there, receiving it, selling it on my phone on StockX, printing off the label, saying it off, and that was easy money. $28 is not a whole lot, but as you can see, $49 here, $165, $57, $25. Total for 2019, as I can best guess, is $651. So then, and this is, I blame COVID, didn't do a good job tracking, but just wanted to show, how has it been going? This totally needs to be updated. But what has really changed since this last update here is that eBay came out and became a major competitor to StockX and other shoe selling apps. And the reason was because if you sold a pair of shoes over $100, they wouldn't charge you any transaction costs. Right now, StockX charges you 9% transaction fee and a 3% processing fee. So 12% you gotta pay after you sell something, whereas on eBay, you sell it for 100, you make 100. They pay for shipping. Like eventually they're gonna change, they're gonna start charging. But here is, I did a quick calculation. There's so many more here. I have to go through my eBay sales to see. But here, right now, total profit is $240. Like, it's so much more than this. But what I did want to show is basically like eBay arbitrage, where I bought these Adidas shoes, which you can't see, but looks something like that. So I bought these. These are the Adidas Ultra Boost Oreos 3.0. I'm sorry, I didn't buy them. I bought them on eBay, which I was trying to show you, but that apparently went away. Bought them for $175, flipped them on StockX for $350. Total payout was $308. So that is this. Total profit is $100. I mean, that was by far the easiest $100 that I've made in I don't know how long. And that's the stuff that's fun. My son's got into this. He's having a blast. He's made, I think, like over $600-700 doing this. And we don't hit every single drop, but we hit enough where we make some money. So right now, total profit, last year, $605. Obviously, that's better than the ETrade TDAmeritrade accounts. So that's awesome. Plus, I love shoes. So that's something I'll continue to do. All right, so that's my Grow Your Dough update. My apologies for how long it's taken to give you an update. Now that I have updated this, I'm gonna make some tweaks, add a few different things so that you can see how things are doing. Once again, what should I do with Ally? Let me know in the comments below how I should invest there, because I haven't made anything. I guess I haven't lost, so that's a plus. But anyway, you won't find out about the next update unless you subscribe, so go ahead and do that. And if you haven't yet, be sure to smash that like button. Appreciate it for the YouTube algorithm. All right, y'all, this is Jeff Rose reminding you that it's your money, it's your life, and only you can make it awesome. Until next time, peace.